The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus took Peter, James, and John his brother, and led them up a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. And behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, conversing with him. Then Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, it is good that we are here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still speaking, behold, a bright cloud cast a shadow over them. Then from the cloud came a voice that said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." When the disciples heard this, they fell prostrate and were very much afraid. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, "Rise, and do not be afraid." And when the disciples raised their eyes, they saw no one else but Jesus alone. As they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus charged them, "Do not tell the vision to anyone until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Have you ever been to the mountain? I don't mean that literally, though it could be literal. Mountaintop experiences can happen simply as we're out for a walk. We're reading a novel, listening to music. Sometimes they even happen in church. They can happen anywhere, but they're always unexpected, unplanned, unprepared. They grasp us far more than we grasp them. And such moments are God's invitations to see our lives, ourselves, and our world around us differently. Matthew's gospel, being rooted in Judaism more so than the other 3, highlights the radiance of Jesus' face, his clothing, and the brightness of the cloud overshadow the entire transfiguration. It is purposely reminiscent of the 34th chapter of the book of Exodus, where God speaks to Moses face to face on the mountaintop. They are enveloped in a cloud, and when Moses returns from the mountain, his face shines with the glory of God. It is from that very same mountain to which the prophet Elijah flees from Queen Jezebel. And there, hear God's voice in a soft, whispering sound, which encourages him to continue on with his prophetic ministry. We need to realize that from where we were last Sunday, listening to Jesus being tempted in the wilderness, we have jumped 13 chapters ahead in Matthew's gospel. Jesus is at a turning point in his own mission. And on the mountaintop, he comes to realize God's vision for him. And he's now empowered to continue to proclaim the reign of God all the way through his passion, death, and resurrection. In a very similar way, on the night before he was assassinated, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King proclaimed that he had been to the mountaintop and that he too had seen the Promised Land. Now, if you are familiar with Dr. King's story, you will know that that mountaintop experience occurred for him at his kitchen table. Enduring the murders of friends and colleagues who supported him, numerous phone calls and threats made against not only himself, but against his wife and his children, King wasn't sleeping very well. And one night he gave up on sleep altogether, got out of bed around 3 a.m, put on the coffee pot, sat at the kitchen table, and prayed. Prayed wondering if he really should just let it go. Maybe it's time to give up. He's putting his own family at risk, let alone so many others. Is this really the right thing for him to be doing? And as he struggled and doubted, he felt the presence of God envelop him. And from within he heard God say to him, "Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Remember, I am with you always." You see, that's the funny thing about mountaintop experiences. They always summon us to peace. They always call us to nonviolence. I mean, let's face it, one would really be hard-pressed to make a case that Jesus was anything but nonviolent. Love your enemies. Love your enemies. That probably precludes killing them, I would think. Pray for those who would do you harm. Put away your sword. Those who live by the sword will perish by it. Do to others what you would like them to do to you. What you do to the least of my sisters and brothers, you do to me. From the very beginning of Christianity, there has been a clear litany of saints and heroes who have taken up that gospel challenge of nonviolence. Some of the early names in those first centuries may sound a bit different to us, names like Origen or Tertullian, Justin Martyr. Later on, we have Saint Sebastian, Saint Martin of Tours, all the way into our own time. Jane Addams, Leo Tolstoy, Martin Luther King Jr., Dorothy Day, Thomas Merton, Teresa of Calcutta. We could go on. Right now, with so much division and anger all around us, with ridicule, harsh comments, bombarding our speech, our televisions, our social media, the world really needs us. It needs us, people of faith, to be people of faith. And it needs us to say no. No to all of this hate speech. To refuse to join in, to refuse to share it, or to participate in it. Disagree, of course. We're human. But do so with respect, with understanding, with openness to maybe actually being wrong, Do so with trying to clarify and understand. It's not about winning, and it's not about losing. After all, we have been to the mountain, and we have seen, and we have heard, and we have felt, and we know the glory of God.